Tuesday.
We good?
Oh.
We live?
Hey guys, Blake Plonsky here with National Enduro Promotions Group. We're out here at beautiful Cross Fork, PA today for National Enduro's annual inaugural Super Test. I'm here with Brock Hepler, multi-time AMA champion. And what you think about today?
Well, I think it's awesome. You know, we got XC Gear and the Brandywine Club stepped up, let us do it on this nice property. And we actually got a little rain yesterday. Might make the grass a little slick, but I think by the time the pros are this afternoon, it might be perfect.
Yep, I agree with you. Me and Brock are going to be calling all the action all day today. We're going to try to show you these guys riding this Super Test so you just hear our voices, won't see our faces. Perfect for you guys. But right now they're lining up in the chute. If you want to pan over there, these guys are lining up in the chute. We're getting them lined up, ready to go. Brock, I think we'll have a great day of racing today, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a new format, new obstacles for the guys. You know, gives them a little warm up for tomorrow. Not much else you can ask for. Just a good event here. Pennsylvania, a lot of people enjoy this, especially tomorrow with the rocks and stuff. You know, so we got a lot of grass, a lot of rocks tomorrow. So it's a variety.
So today they'll get a little. They won't have much rock in this grass test, but there's also we have some man-made obstacles that were put out there by the Brandywine Enduro Club. They put a chopped wood pile up on the top of the hill. We've got a over/under. We've got two FMF log cross sections that are pretty good. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a great time today. I can't wait for this action to get started. Wait for them to get them rolling out there. It should be any second, guys. We'd be having racers on the track.
All right, yeah, we'll keep it panned here and we'll get back to you when the action starts. All right, there's our first riders are off. This should be
they both went down the same lane.
The 58 riders.
Both went down the same lane. Good job.
Yeah.
No, he propels, so he's good.
He's fine.
Okay.
Remember, don't say you don't want on live.
All right, we're out here right now. We're about halfway through the first rider on the first section right now. It's looking like he's gonna be coming around here soon for the over/under, XC Gear over/under. It's looking pretty good right here. Let's see what we got.
Z, 35Z actually.
35Z.
Yeah, he started lap then.
Now this guy went down and he's chasing him down now. They're going over there, Yamaha log crossing right there. Brock, I think we're gonna have to walk somewhere a little more exciting. I think we should take a walk over there to the chopped log pile. What you think about that? We'll try to make our way down there later on this evening as the action heats up.
Yeah, here's our first two finishers of the XC Gear Enduro Test. So if you didn't catch the first part, they swap lanes now. So the other one will be going over the bridge and the other one will be going underneath. And then this will be the checkout here where they're coming in. So that was your first 2 riders through.
I'm gonna break off.
First lap. First lap.
Woo! Got about slid her sideways in the grass track there. This rider on the Beta, he's doing a good job. He saved that.
Somebody fell earlier. Yeah, we already changed it. We got it. This is their second.
Oh boy, now the rain's coming down, Brock. We got a little drizzle out here. But man, the conditions look absolutely phenomenal right now.
Yeah, I think the premier spots are the dirt spots. Actually, the dirt's about perfect. It's the grass, it's a little bit slick.
So this right here, this is Smokey Wren, number 11 out of Walker, Louisiana. You know, Smokey was a local regional champion back in his day. He's still out here getting after him, chasing around. He's got a daughter that raced this Ray Lynn, and she's doing well. I think she's leading the women's amateur right now in the points. And he follows her around and makes sure she gets around the track. And yeah, they're doing it as a family.
Yeah, he came through sign up and he was excited about this live feed, and yeah, he showed us some action.
Oh, was that him that went down right there? Because
yeah.
I was off for a second for a bathroom break.
Yeah, he was getting up.
He went down. Now Smokey is known to go down from time to time. I raced Smokey in my early years, and he was a fierce competitor, no doubt about it. That's a live track. You think you can stand right there in the drip? Is it dripping? See, I'll weather the weather. I think we need to go on the porch. There's a lot of talent up there. I think we go up on the porch.
Yeah, we can talk to some guys about what's coming up
right here.
You just gotta tap it to keep it lit up. All right, yeah, we're up here on the porch now, looking over the XC Gear Super Test. I think there's some fast guys up here. Right here's two guys, Josh Toth, Ben Kelly. We're on live now. What do you guys think?
Looks just checking it out, watching the amateur guys. Yeah, excited for something new.
So I told these guys, even on Thursday, I was riding a grass track, and I didn't even make it the whole way around. I took a little spill, so yeah, it's definitely, you got to be smooth, find the traction. And I said the dirt actually is probably better than the grass.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Definitely some slick spots. I already seen some crashes, so easy on the throttle. We'll see.
Hey, there's another, I got a Yamaha teammate over here. You know, we do the Yamaha Enduro Cam. Evan Smith, he rides for the M-Pro Yamaha too. So what do you think about all this?
I think it looks cool. It's raining right now and it looks slick as owl snot. So yeah, we'll see what it looks like in another hour or so whenever we get to go ride it.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping, that the rain would pass, you know, before we started, but now it's came a little bit later. But you know, it looks like it's clearing up, and there might be enough guys by the time you guys are ready.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be prime by the time we get there.
All right, I see one other famous guy over here.
Oh, who, Ryan Sipes?
Yeah, Ryan Sipes.
He coaches people on these things.
He was your first ever American ISD overall winner, so he knows all about grass tracks and fast riding. So what do you think about this, bringing this to, it's kind of almost America, you know, a little bit kick from the GPs.
Yeah,
stuff
I like
over there.
it. I think it's cool because this is really unlike most enduro. Most of them are in the woods, super tight, technical, and you can't see it at all. Which I think this is cool that, you know, you can see it. There's people crowded around the track, which you never get that in enduro. And you know, putting it online, I think it's cool, and I think this will be exciting, especially when the pros get out there. It'd be nice if it quit raining and it'd be a little bit more tacky so they can push, but I think it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, I think the rain actually, it's adding a little more excitement though, you know, in the slick grass. That's what I was telling Ben and Josh over here. I'm like, I was having trouble when it was dry in the grass, and you know, now with the slick water on it, it's going to be treacherous.
That's the thing, is you're going to have to be very smart out there. You got to go fast, but if you push a little too much, all that speed don't matter because you tipped over. And the other guy just tortoise in the hair kind of thing. You know, he just cruised it on in. So this will be fun to watch.
All right, well, yeah, thanks for bringing your team here and supporting our series.
Glad to be here.
there anybody else around it?
Yeah, we have Mr. Stuart Baylor.
Oh, the most well-rounded.
Oh, yeah, and one of the exciting things is, you know, Josh and Stu have won all of our national enduros this year, and later on today they're going to be going head-to-head because they're first and second in points, and that's why we're putting them head-to-head. You're relying a lot by the points. That's how the cookie crumbles. So are you talking yourself up, or are you just that confident that you're going to take it to your rider, or what are you thinking?
Man, I don't know. I mean, Josh rides really well here. I think that he's going to be tough to beat, but right now, I would say it's a 250 track with it being slick. If we were to go out there right now, I'd definitely favor a 250, but I think once this rain passes, things tack up. I think the 450 will be the bike for the day, and hopefully I can get a little bit of edge and some of the straightaways and possibly take on a snowboard. But obviously, you know, a lot of guys are talking about us. Like right now, with the way the weather's playing in, it's such a short track. It could really be anybody. I mean, it could be an A-rider that takes overall here today. So it'll be cool. I'm glad to see something like this. You know, the head-to-head racing's cool, and I think the hype of Josh and I going head-to-head almost every weekend, but invisibly, it'll be cool to see it. You know, actually see how we ride together.
Yeah, out on the national enduros, you know, people don't know. You know, you're all by the minute. You never get the race head-to-head, so you're only racing the clock, where this brings you at least side by side a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, we've raced each other for years, but it's been blind. Like, and it's crazy when you see some of the deficits of just a few seconds or less than a second in some of these sections where it's completely blind on a separate minute or a few minutes apart sometimes, dealing with different lappers and different conditions. So here, you're eliminating the lappers, you're eliminating any different conditions. It's the same track for both guys, and I think it's going to be entertaining. I'm sure that one side's going to favor speed, so you almost want to be, I feel like today, you want to be on the slower side to start so that you've got that pace car in front of you. In the second, when you switch lanes, I think you want to be on the faster side. So I'm trying to pay attention to see which side's going to be the faster side, because that's the side that I would want to end on, and I'm sure he's doing the same.
All right, well, thank you, Stu, and we look forward to you two battling it out, and we'll see you out there later.
Absolutely.
Brock, we got a massive crowd forming out here. We got people all over the campground, people up on chairs on the bleachers. We got bikes, pro riders. We got everybody out here. I think the NEPG is on to something right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely exciting, and it's good to see people involved and interacting. You know, a lot of times we don't have as many things to do on a Saturday, so that's why, you know, hopefully if things don't go perfectly, we can do it again and improve.
That's right. I think improvement is the key word. I think there's always room for improvement. We all chase perfection as dirt bike racers and businesses and things that we do in life, and I think you can definitely progress from that. I think we should walk down and get a little bit closer to the action.
All right, yeah.
What you think? This guy just crashed on a road bike right here. Guys, the sun's coming out, and I think that's it for the little shower. That was an awesome shower to have. Having that shower, Brock, they really just don't know how good is it. You know, it kind of was not ideal for the first group of guys that have been out there, but from here on out, it's only going to get good.
Yeah, I mean, if, you know, the sun's bright now, and you know that will tack right up, and I think the dirt actually didn't get that slick. It's more the grass, so. You know, I think the guys that want to make up time or set the fastest lap, the dirt's where you need to go extra fast. Maybe the grass where you need to be a little bit smoother.
Yeah, I agree with that. Looking at the dirt right now, let's see if we can get a little sample of this dirt. I can tell you right now, just from looking at it, I think the dirt is probably the best part of the track. I'm gonna sneak in here over the ribbon just to get a look at it. It's a little slick base down there, but They got a lot of nice Betty Crocker on the top. She's came and sprinkled some dirt on this thing. All right, let's see if we can get some action right here. We got some riders coming. I'm gonna try to get it right up on this bridge. Let's see what happens. We got somebody coming over. The XC gear over under. All right, this guy's obviously in the lead. Let's see the under. Here we go. All right, there you have it. That was a good test right there. Those guys were really close to each other. We got people lined up all around this place, and this is what we were hoping for. You know, I think this is something real interesting, something real exciting. It not only gives the racers something to do at National Enduro, but it also gives the family something to do. Bring our family here and they all day, nothing for them to do. Well, we're trying to give everybody something to do, and it's a good start, I think.
Oh, we got a little tip over there. I think that's actually Tom Truxell. He wins a lot of the 40A class, so some of his competitors might be a little happy there.
Let's see how Tom favors out. Did Tom fall back? He did. There's Tom coming over. Oh, Tom still kept the lead.
Yeah, so we're up. People that are watching this we should be up to the 40A class right now.
Okay. How many A classes do we have out there today? Because I see a lot of bikes still out there waiting the stage. I'm gonna say we got at least what, 6 or 7 A classes maybe.
Yeah,
we're gonna check with our producer right now, and he's gonna let us know how many classes we have.
Today we have A50, A45, A40, 30, 200A, 250A, A Open, Double A, Women's Elite, NE Pro 2, and NE Pro 1.
So 12, 13 classes in total. You know, 8 to 10 A classes in general. We got a lot of stuff going on out here. I think we have right at 200 riders, I think.
Yeah, 200 riders were able to race it if they chose to.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like our rules stated, if you didn't want to race it, you could take a 20-second penalty going into tomorrow if you didn't want to race today.
And I think it was based off of the fastest guy's time.
Of your class.
Of your class. So it made it a gamble, you know, because you could have made better time, you know. We lost Tom again.
I think you call him right here.
Tom's on the Honda. Yep. Okay. We got 67 coming through right now. We don't have a sheet of everybody. You know, it's a little confusing right now. You know, these guys didn't get to walk this track or anything like this. We had it ribboned off pretty far away in the campground where they couldn't get to it. And so they're riding this thing blind. They're just seeing what they see from a distance. And you know, we make a course change right here. There's gates to get them onto the other loops, and there's also gates to get them off of the course. And with that being said, they you know, they got to be really on their toes right here. You know, there's no arrows in the grass track. They got to watch for, luckily we got line pointers right here to get them into the chute.
Well, that's the thing that, you know, maybe a lot of families, you know,
oh, got one down at the top of the hill.
You know, family members, they don't realize how tough this enduro race is. You know, tomorrow when we run 70 miles, those riders haven't seen any of that course.
None of it.
So it's the same thing. You know, they got to look for the arrows tomorrow and, you know, navigate that course that they've never seen before. You know, they haven't walked it, they haven't rode it. So that's what's exciting. All these fans now can see these riders on a course that they've never ridden or never walked.
That's right. This is a very unique event, and I think that we're gonna be able to pull this off at multiple venues from here on out. I think we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what the rider and fan response is to this Saturday format that we put together for them. And like we were talking earlier, you know, there's always room to improve. And I've already got a half a dozen things in my mind that I know that I can do to help improve, and I'm sure you have the same thing, and the rest of our team here at NEPG. Absolutely, when we put all our heads together, we can come up with some pretty cool improvements. And that's the fun part about being part of this team. We got a good group of guys here, and I just think it's a first-class operation that we got going on right here, and people just don't know it because they don't have the opportunity to see it like we are today.
Yeah, and you know, going forward, you know, maybe a place doesn't have quite as much grass track, but you know, maybe the next time we do it, a super test attempt, you know, we could add even a little bit of woods and some other different obstacles.
That's right. You know, because in the woods, a lot of people don't know this. We cross bridges, we go under bridges, you know, just like this. We go in drainage pipes to go onto highways. We also, not only do we go under and over things, we also, we go over logs, we go over concrete boulders. I mean, everything. There's all kinds of rocks, roots, and a lot of people don't see that. Look at this guy. This guy right here, he's just taking his sweet time. He's just gonna collect his money. Let's see what we got going on here. We got a guy coming over the top right here. This will be a 44 rider.
Yeah, 44X it was.
Yep. I think that guy's out of Cincinnati right there. Cincinnati, Ohio, number 44. Sounds like we got one barking out there. You know, basically the way that they're all lined up in the chutes is from I'm not going to say slowest to fastest. I'm going to say class-wise, they're the pros are going to be last. So as you can tell, we're getting faster and faster as we go, but the track is also starting to rut up now. So we're going to get a lot
Yeah, there's definitely some dry dirt kicking up already.
We're starting to get a corner rut right there, Brock. We're starting to get a corner rut, and that's something that, you know, a lot of people don't realize. The pros lines are a lot different than the amateurs lines. Even though they're all A riders, the amateurs are creating what is not really desirable for a pro rider. You being a pro rider yourself, Brock, for all these years, when you go on a track in motocross, you can change that line and go over ruts. Out here, there's not enough room to do that. So how does a pro rider adapt to those conditions when there's a main line that's established by an amateur?
Well, that is a really tricky part, because sometimes, like you said, if there's not any room, especially like in the woods or on a tight underpass under the, you know, the XC gear bridge, you know, you might not have that option. So you got to hit that line, and you know, you might not be used to hitting, you know, a rut that's not formed quite how you're used to.
Double turn corner.
Yeah, some chop in it, and a hook. I call it a hook. So yeah, it throws another variable. You know, where some of the motocross tracks, especially on like a professional day, you know, they only have professional riders out there, so you know, their ruts are a little different.
California, I believe. I see kids out there playing around, running around, doing stuff today. This is really good. We got a sold out event this weekend. I don't know if anybody knew that, but this event is sold out. We didn't have any post entry open or available. It's all pre-entry, and man, this was nice to come to the Quiet Oaks campground here in Cross Fork, PA, and get a sold out show today.
Yeah, like we said, there was about 200 A riders that had the ability to race today, and tomorrow we hope that 500 take off. So that's our goal for tomorrow, that 500 show up and take off for the 70-mile course tomorrow. Looks like there's a guy up in some banners up there. Looks like we got some crew up there to fix it up.
It looks like those banners keep getting blown out up there.
Well, Looks like, well, there is a jump up there, a little road, so I think maybe some guys are getting some air and coming in a little too hot.
Could be. They can't really get on the brakes because it's a little slick out there.
Alright, we got a Beta against the Yamaha here. I can't quite see their numbers yet. Looks like 44D on the Beta over the bridge, and underneath we got 99W. So yeah, the NEPG crew, they got all their banners up here, all their sponsors. You know, if you're looking for any new products, these are the sponsors that, you know, support us and keep this series going. But yeah, it's great that the, you know, yeah, we've got a little drizzle, but yeah, we still have all these fans, you know, they're coming out to watch their riders.
Let's just see if we get close to the starting area. Maybe we can talk to a couple of these amateur riders and see what their thoughts are.
Oh, there's a guy down up there. Looks like he's out through the banner.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of action up there. We're hoping that we can get close enough to this action and see what's going on here.
Oh, it must be a guy fell a second time up there.
You know, tire choice is something that a lot of people overlook when they're racing national events, Brock. You know, we know from going all over the country, but some of these guys are used to only one type of soil with one tire and going with that. So tire selection, you know, over here at the National Enduro Series, Pirelli is our tire of choice. And Pirelli makes a really good tire for this weekend. I would probably run a Pirelli trial other than this. But right now, we got a battle out here, guys. We're gonna tune into this battle. We got a side-by-side battle. So the outside line was slower, but now it's faster because he's on the inside.
Yeah, he's in the grass, so that's
yeah.
where it's getting a little slick.
Yeah, but he just pulled. That's a battle. This is what we're looking for, guys. This is going to start getting better and better and better as we go, battle-wise. Around the Quiet Oaks campground facilities.
While this battle's separating a little bit, I'm going to go talk to one of these riders right here. Mr. Funk, how's it going today?
Good, how are
What
you?
class are you in again?
30A.
30A, so yeah, we were in, I think we're still at what, 40A yet? So yours is,
I think this is the first group of 30A.
okay, so this is, you're already
This is my
eyeing up
guys,
your
yeah, I'm
competition.
eyeing them up.
So what do you think of this idea, coming Saturday, having a little fun? Look at all the people lined up and ready to go.
It's pretty cool, definitely an interesting new thing. So I'm always looking for fun. And I always like this first test here, so I think it's a great spot to try this out.
Yeah, you get 2 laps today and a lap tomorrow, so you get a little heads up for tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow we're doing the same grass track. We're gonna pull the middle flags and have it wider, you know, because you'll be taking off, you know, 6 riders, but you'll get 2 more miles of woods tomorrow for test 1.
Yeah, I always like this spot, so this should be fun. At least the rain might make it a little sketchy today, but tomorrow it should be really good, I think.
All right, well, yeah, I wasn't sure it was your class already coming up, but we'll let you to study up on your competition.
All right, sounds good, thanks.
All right. That was a 683 Machina Funk on his F&R back to Kawasaki with Momentum Commercial Capital. He's a pretty well-known vet rider in multiple local series. He's going to probably have a good time. He's a front runner in our series as well.
Yeah, we're gonna have Mac Bain out here in our super test today. He's getting the photos. He's one that always captures a lot of good shots for you know, Instagram, Facebook, you know, all of our social media platforms. So yeah, thanks for Mac coming out on a Saturday. So yeah, the people that just tuned in, looks like we're about in the 30 plus A class is where we're at for this XC Gear Enduro test.
Was that the Yamaha log jam over there?
Yeah, the log firewood.
Okay, so the firewood pit, did it fill up with dirt already? Is that why it doesn't look like they're being challenged, or?
Well, I think some of these riders are just that good. They flow right over it.
Could be.
You know, that's where a thing. You know, we might next race we might need to make that a little bit wider,
Might need to, a little bit more difficult. I mean, these are A riders. You know, they do receive a letter from the AMA that they can handle anything thrown at them.
Van McCarran, he was actually one that was on the fence whether he should take the penalty or do the race, so it's good to see him out here.
Nice. You know, the penalty's not a big thing. It's really just an encouragement to get participation. We really wanted everybody to participate in this. And, you know, I think we probably got, you know, 75% of the A-riders to participate. And I understand, you know, for people traveling long distance, it's difficult, but
that's why we didn't really want to penalize someone if there was a reason they couldn't make it today. That's why we didn't want to make the penalty too bad. But obviously we had to, you know, give a little bit of penalty. But, you know, that's just where our number we thought was best for everyone.
Yeah, I think it was a great decision because, you know, out here with having this out here, you know, the whole goal is to get people and racers and families out here to enjoy something, you know, a little bit different, a little more exciting. I think it's exciting. I just got to figure out when we get together, we're going to have to put together how we can make this last longer for the riders. Because, you know, the riders are only getting to do this for 2 minutes. It's the whole group of them that's putting on the show. So it's like when they come out, I guess in the arena, they only get to shine for two minutes. But the whole program is probably 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, the way we look at it, hey, you know, if this helps some people out, helps bring more sponsors in, that's 2 more minutes that they never had before.
That's right. That's exactly right. You know, we got great sponsors out here. We got Wiseco, Performance Pistons. They've been with the National Enduro Series for a long time. You need a piston, you get yourself a Wiseco. Rocky Mountain ATV MC, you can't beat their service. If you need anything, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, look them up online.
I bet we can get up now a little closer.
We're going to try to walk through here a little bit and see what else we can get.
Yeah, if something happens and our live feed ends, we will be right back as soon as possible.
Right now we're walking up along the remainder of the 30A class right here. Look, just because these guys are 30 years old doesn't mean they don't know how to twist it. Most of these guys are past champions, know how to twist it. You're not a vet A-rider at any national series. Yep, we got a rider down. Like I was saying, you're not a...
This is a Keith Mitchell. He's an Enduro engineering rider. He even had a mud guard on it. He must have learned that from Stu Baylor. Visor. That was nice. He didn't take out the banner.
That was nice. He saved it.
Right there, the inside line seems to be quicker than the outside lane. But, you know, when they come back around a second time, the roles are reversed. So, but it looks like the guy out in the front that you're familiar with, Brock, he looks like he's good at riding a bike.
They can do miles tomorrow on this tough course. You know, this grass track's a lot easier than out there in the rocks and the roots. So,
yes.
You know, to see them. Oh, actually, yeah, the grass. Let's check out a start here.
You had a perfect chance to follow me to like see
gonna try to look. We're gonna try to make our way up here to this turn that everybody keeps slipping in, and we're gonna see if we lose service signal. We'll go up there. We'll be right back.
Looks pretty challenging out here. A little slippery.
Yeah, it's slippery. It's slippery.
Starting to get a little choppy.
I could see where we were starting to get a little choppy on the footage. So that's about as far out as we're gonna go today. Chance.
Yep.
How was it? Tell us about it.
That's pretty good. I mean, for me, I was the second row, so I was able to see where people were falling, so I tiptoed it around those areas. But so that helped me not falling down. So I think basically, if you just stay up on this, it really helps you.
So was it worth the entry, or do you wish you would have took the 20?
No, we're here to ride dirt bikes.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I'm here to ride. I do wish it was longer, though.
Yes. I just said the same thing. I said,
Yeah.
boy, we should make this a little bit longer.
Yeah, if it was longer, but yeah, I had a blast.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you guys got them? Yep. All right.
Okay, we got an interview coming up right here.
Hey, I think we got you on live video. You might be able to replay it. But yeah, you showed us some action out there.
Dude, it's slick out there. That corner.
And there, well, you almost hit the banner.
Almost. I didn't close.
What do you think? How
It's fun. You know, I was really kind of skeptical on this. Just a whole getting ready for Saturday, going through all that. But now that I've done it, I had a really good time.
Yeah, I mean,
it was fun.
That's what we've been saying, you know, this is our first try, so obviously we're going to need improvements, fixes, but maybe a longer course, maybe woods.
Yeah,
but
no, it was a good time.
but thanks for coming out and doing it and giving us some action.
For sure.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Later.
All right, we're getting to the point now, Brock, where we're fixing to get to the meat and potatoes of this Saturday show. We're fixing to see the likes of Ben Kelly, Josh Toth, Evan Smith, Grant Baylor, Stuart Baylor,
Ryder
Lafferty, women's elite riders. We got a head-to-head battle between Rachel Archer and Rachel Guttich. It's going to be, I mean, this is what everybody doesn't get to see. They never get to see all of our top ones go together. I mean, the finale today, the finale. You know, we keep calling it the finale, but when you have two riders that have won all the rounds coming into this one, back to back, neither one of them has been a double winner. Tomorrow's Stu's race. According to the numbers, it's his turn.
Yeah, alternating.
And you know, a fun fact about Stu Baylor, Stu Baylor always when the trophy is extremely nice, he never wins. The trophy here tomorrow is questionable in his mind if it's extremely nice or not. All the trophies are nice, but when there's something really cool, I think he drops the ball. I think he gets intimidated and drops the ball.
Yeah, you might be out there in the trail thinking about these awesome cornhole boards that the Rattlesnake Brandywine Enduro riders built. They got their logo on there, some cool bean bags with a nice logo we're not going to talk about because it's that neat.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see if Stu's thinking about the trail tomorrow or thinking about that bean bag.
Yeah. For me, you know, I have a personal relationship with a lot of those guys out there, and Stu's really having a fun time this year. He's not too worried about anything. You know, he got a new daughter, and I think it kind of changed him, softened him up a little bit, but for the most part, Josh is hard to beat. Josh has always been second to the Baylors, and you know, once he started winning, it's hard to take that away. You know what it's like. Once you get that confidence, it's hard to take that back.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Josh, he's pretty dominant last year. That's why he's running a #1 this year. And but you know, going back, you know, the Baylor brothers, well, how many years was it? 8 years for Grant or Stu winning it together. So for Josh to you know, get his setup, get his body and bike ready to defeat the Baylors last year, you know, that was a huge achievement. And you know, I think Stu saw how good Josh was, and you know, maybe even learned some things from him and bringing it to his program. And you know, that's why maybe Stu stepped it up, and like you said, we're all alternating wins, and you know, we got a wild card on our hands now.
That's right. And that's us talking about the championship, you know, but right now we're running a super test, and to be honest, guys, on a 2-minute lap, I'm gonna call it a 2-minute lap right here, you know, this test. You guys can also go to livelaps.com right now and watch this event live. The scoring is live.
And the link might be on nationalenduro.com at the top of the page also, so you might not even have to go to Live Laps.
That's right.
There should be a link at the top. There definitely will be tomorrow.
Yes.
Sorry I didn't check it myself, but it should be at the top of the page of nationalenduro.com currently, so you can actually see the live times. Since you know, we're not talking about the times, we're just talking about the action and you know, what we see out here on the field.
So you know, with that being said, you know, a 30A guy could actually win the super test.
Yeah, he'd take home the snowboard, right?
Right, he could take home the snowboard, because I can tell you like this, an A-rider, every A-rider can go fast for 2 minutes, I promise you, I know. So you get a good solid A-rider, where somebody like Josh Toth or Ben Kelly's more looking at the long picture of saving themselves. These guys don't have to worry about it, they just go for it. These guys let it all hang out.
Yeah, I think the pros, you know, I think we're going to see something pretty exciting, because you know, hopefully they brainstorm. It's like, hey, I would maybe rather be 5 or 6 seconds slow today than trying to win the snowboard and, you know, eat it on the grass track in the slickness and be 20 seconds down or 30 seconds down going into tomorrow.
That's right.
So
you don't want to go into the race tomorrow with a deficit. You just don't want to. You want to go in there with a comfortable, you know, gap, not even a gap, just a cushion, knowing that, hey, I'm going in. It's kind of like winning test 1 on a regular Sunday National Enduro. You know, you win test 1, now they have to beat you. You know, they have to catch you. You can back in and get comfortable. They're always talking about comfort. You know, this right here takes them out of their comfort zone.
yeah, I mean, some guys maybe they don't do as good on test 1 normally. This might give them a little bit of warm-up today, so they're better on test 1 tomorrow. Brother out front here, he's from the northern Pittsburgh area, and he's actually on a load jacks machine out front there. Oh, he just fell down.
Oh, yep.
People don't know the great Ed Lojack. He won a lot of championships in his day. You know, one of the great riders.
You know, right now it's about to get real exciting, Brock. Our 200A class is pulling into the chute. We got Ryder Siggety, we got James Jenkins, we got a lot of 200A guys pulling into that chute. Those guys' bikes are going to be screaming, I can promise you. Especially Jenkins. Jenkins is a very fast 125 rider here. Currently leading, I think in a virtual series, he is also leading